Hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to your love reading for second half of March 2025. I hope you're doing well. I've done a bit of a pre-shuffle and I'm getting the sense that you're feeling alone right now. First card out, 5 of Pentacles. You're feeling shut out. Even if you're around a lot of people, you're just feeling like no one can relate to you. Some of you might have been through a recent breakup. Even if it wasn't recent, it's still kind of front of mind. And I feel like what Spirit's showing me with the King of Cups in the reverse, next to the 5 of Wands in the reverse, which was the clarifier, maybe someone left you behind and you feel like they didn't fight for you. You didn't feel that they gave the relationship a fair go at after conflict. They didn't fight for the relationship, okay? King of Cups in the reverse. I don't know, some of you could have been dealing with a water sign. Show me, please, who is Leo thinking about in love? Second half of March 2025. Who is Leo thinking about in love? Oh, okay. Okay, so definitely something came to an end with the Death card. The Hierophant in the reverse. Maybe the relationship hit a dead end because you weren't looking for the same thing. The Hierophant in the reverse. Remember, I think in your last reading, I said that maybe your thoughts on a future family were just not in alignment. They weren't compatible. So maybe one of you wanted children and the other one didn't. Something about family, something about commitment, something about values and the future. There was also trust issues with the Fool in the reverse position. Fears as well is what I'm hearing, okay? There's been a lot of sadness, I feel, on both sides since this relationship came apart. But I feel like you might have lost respect for this person. Going back to what I was explaining before with this King of Cups in the reverse next to the 5 of Wands in the reverse. You lost respect because you thought that this person was a lot more resilient. You thought that this person was more prepared than they were to fight for this relationship. And maybe they just gave up too easily, is what I'm getting with the 5 of Swords in the reverse. You think that whatever problem you faced, it wasn't insurmountable, but for this person, they weren't able to come to the table, is what I'm getting with the Emperor in the reverse. The Emperor in the upright, he's very powerful. He solves problems, like he makes executive decisions. He rules the empire, right? And when he's in the reverse position, it's like he lets his ego get in the way. He doesn't have the strength to make good decisions. He lets things, I don't know, devolve into chaos. And he loses focus. He loses focus, and that's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting. Let's have a look and see what the Oracle decks say. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Leo need to see about the other person? What does Leo need to see about the other person, please? Second half of March 2025. And you know we're in Mercury retrograde, which is always a time of reflection. So you're probably thinking about this past person more than maybe you have been recently. So Mercury went retrograde literally like just over 24 hours ago. So you are feeling some regret, but I feel like so is your person of interest. They're having a hard time forgiving themselves for treating you poorly, and they don't expect you to forgive them. They search for you in everything, okay? They feel you everywhere. You're always in the back of this person's mind, and they're kind of hoping they just run into you. All right. And in your mind, you're probably thinking that's not good enough. They had ample opportunity to smooth things over or make more of an effort, and they squandered that opportunity. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Leo need to see regarding this person? I feel like they still hold out hope that down the line you will get back together, because we've got the At Last card. They saw the two of you as a power couple. We've got building an empire. It says they see how their focus on material things hasn't made them happy, and it's only holding them back from love. So they might have fumbled you on account of, that they were chasing other goals, other dreams. It's like the two of you still hold a kernel of hope that this could actually work, but you're hoping that the other person will initiate. We've got Battle of the Wits. It's talking about until both of you learn to let your guards down and be vulnerable, this love will continue to be a battle. And again, it goes back to you don't feel like they fought for you enough. We've got the Fight. But it just could be that they have a delayed reaction, and it may be too little too late. You might have already moved on by the time they muster the courage, but this card says that their inner warrior is being activated and they're getting ready to fight for you and overcome their fears of love. But you already feel betrayed by this person. You feel disappointed, you feel let down, and you have this feeling that their fleeting heart will only end up betraying you in the end because your soul deserves better. So that's where I feel like you're at. Even though there could be that, minute kernel of hope, as I was saying before, because there are regrets. There is still that enduring love that you have for this person. And as I said, we are in Venus and Mercury retrograde, which tends to bring that nostalgic energy. So you're probably looking back on all of the good times that you shared with this person. You're longing for that again. Okay, so let's have a look and see what your oracle decks say. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Leo in love. Second half of March 2025. What is the guidance for Leo, please? I feel like your life has changed since the breakup. You're trying to move out of resentment and into a state of compassion, because you resenting this person not fighting is only keeping you in a state of frustration, sadness. So you're doing your best to find forgiveness for the situation. Okay, so you're processing your pain, you're trying to move forward, you're trying not to fixate on loss and rejection. I feel like you are trying to direct your energy to people and situations that appreciate you. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Leo when it comes to love, second half of March 2025. You're not really sure what to do, how to move forward, so the advice is just to allow the way to be shown. So let the universe kind of direct your course. It's okay to not know everything right now, so there's that message to embrace uncertainty, embrace the unknown, because Spirit will always show the way, and within us is the wisdom to find it. I feel like you made the right decision to move away from this relationship, as hard as it was, because you've got a card here that says it's worse to stay where one does not belong at all than to wander about lost for a while and looking for the soul tribe that one needs. Go where you are valued. I do feel like this person took you for granted towards the end. Okay, so your task right now is to keep your mind disciplined. don't catch yourself out when you're drifting into negativity or when you're drifting into resentment. It should be a priority for you to find compassion for the other person. You might, have lost respect for them. You might see them as a little bit weak, especially with that Emperor in the reverse energy. You could find them weak, easily influenced by people around them, not having the courage to fight for you, etc., etc. But this card says, what's really important is not inflicting any harm. It's one of the most important laws of the universe, and even in our thoughts. Commandments directing us to love even our enemies have huge meaning from a bioenergetic point of view. Negative influence always returns back to the initiator. So if you have any ill will towards this person, Spirit is urging you to work on that, because that ill will, that desire for vengeance, even whatever it is, even if it's just you hope that they learn their lesson, that is just going to bounce back energetically onto you, and it's going to cause you harm. So Spirit is saying, find it within yourself to forgive, and don't inflict any negativity whatsoever on this person, no matter how badly they ended it or on what terms you ended it with this person. There could be a need to be honest with yourself when you're ready. If the wounds are still fresh, it's not the time for this. But you do have a card saying, were you really in love with this person? Or were you actually just in love with the character that you wanted them to play in your life? So you might have thought this person was taking you for granted. But what if you just outgrew each other? And what if you just became so attached to the idea that this was going to be the person that you ended up with? This card says, were you living in a fantasy so that you didn't have to face reality? It's time to see things clearly so that you can make the choices and changes that will manifest what it is that you want. Interesting. Just something to think about. Okay, so let's see what the Mystical Healing Oracle has for you. Okay, angels and spirit, please show me. What does Leo need to see in love, second half of March 2025? Become more objective. Detaching yourself and seeing from a higher perspective helps us become more objective. When we're too enmeshed in a situation, we can't see things clearly because our emotions are clouding our judgment, right? So let's see what this says. It says, no, that's not the right one. Develop a compassionate attitude towards yourself and others. So we just finished talking about this. You're being challenged to step out of your subjective experience. So maybe feeling victimized by this person, feeling let down by this person. So step out of that subjective experience of what's been done to you and look at a situation objectively. Like I just said to you, maybe you outgrew this relationship. And there doesn't need to be such hard feelings between you and this person. You can eventually get to a place where you just go, it just wasn't meant to be forever. But I had built it up in my mind that we were going to be forever, right? So if a person has acted in a hurtful, dishonorable way towards you, I'm sorry for the alarm, you have an opportunity to understand the real cause that has made them behave like this. Often this cause can be found in what they have experienced in their childhood, which would point towards the lessons they have brought from other lives. This is a chance to develop compassion and see the situation differently. You are also being asked to objectively look at yourself and what role you've had in creating a challenging situation. If you can truly learn the lessons in this experience, you can move on to something different. If not, you'll be stuck in a constant pattern of repeating the old. Sorry, Leo, now that alarm has gone, your message is open your heart. No one's perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. I'm going to just finish your reading with a message from the Spirit messages. What does Leo need to see, please, Spirit? What does Leo need to see? What does Leo need to see, please, Spirit? Okay, there's a message here. Things that you're going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Let's see. Again, there's a need to embrace the unknown. Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing that you could do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce. Don't question your decisions. Have patience and stop overthinking. And be proud of how you're navigating every curveball that life throws at you. You're not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. Let me know if this reading has resonated with you in the comments, Leo, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.